So what do you know about this Juliet Eve compared to this Juliet Eve? Are they the same thing? Are the benefits the same? Are they similar? Are they different? Well, we'll find out as we watch along. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say Happy New Year to everybody, my beautiful subscribers. Happy New Year. If you're seeing this face for the first time, I greet you all according to your times and welcome back to Everybody Aesthetics. Yes, we made it and we're here in 2024. And my wish for every one of you is that 2024 is gonna be better, much better than 2023. So help us. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to give a review for this Juliet Eve, and I'm going to compare it to this one because they both say Juliet Eve. This one says Juliet Eve, this one says Juliet Eve. The only distinct difference there on this one, it says Juliet Eve MIRIFICA Boost Up, whereas this one just says Juliet Eve. So I'm taking this one. Yes, I did some tests on my hormone. I did some hormonal tests. If you recall, I made a review about this Juliet Eve before. I think I made 2 videos about this Juliet Eve. And the main reason for me taking this Juliet Eve in the first place was for my hormones. And within 4 days, I noticed a difference because I had this serious bloating on my waistline, my abdomen, and within the 4th day, the bloating reduced. Yeah, I started noticing noticing differences in my body from the 4th day. So my hormones was balanced, and boy, do I have something to say about this too. And yeah, we'll get to learn. As you guys know, I did an extensive review on this particular Juliet Eve, and yes, from as much as 4 days, I began to see results. The bloating reduced tremendously, and yes, I did stop taking it for a while because I started trying to, experiment some other supplements, and because of that, my hormones were all over the place again. Yes, some women, we suffer from this and we can't even tell that it's our hormones. Like, I just feel that most people don't know about hormones. Most people don't know about it, are not informed about it, or probably don't pay any mind to it. And you could just be suffering from weight gain. There's a lot of things our body as women we can suffer from, and it's as a result of imbalanced hormones. And if you can take care of your hormones, you notice that a lot of things will be set in place. So basically, I went to carry out some tests. I just had some things, just abnormalities going on in my body, my system. I'm being bloated again. I'm putting on excessive weight rapidly, which I don't want. It was very uncomfortable for me. So I said, okay, I got to go back to this. But before I went back to this, I went to make a test. I carried out a test. I actually went to the lab, did a blood test for my hormones, to check my hormones. I'm going to put my result on the screen for you. But the mistake I made was that the first test I did, which my hormones was not balanced, especially my estrogen and my progesterone was not balanced. I did not collect that one to show you guys. But then when I went, after taking this one and combining it with the other Juliet Eve, this one, in fact, we'll get there. Just bear with me as we get it. I want to, right now I'm taking the 2 Juliet Eve, and there's a reason for that, very good reason. So you'll find out as we go in. So first of all, let me just make a quick recap on the benefits of this one. Then we'll compare it to the benefit of the other Juliet Eve. Then you think you'll get to understand why I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm going to read from my iPad here just a few of the benefit of this particular Juliet Eve. It firms the breast and helps maintain female health. And when they say female health, trust me, it involves a lot of things. Hormones especially. Yes, it reduces weight gains. Weight gains come with hormonal imbalance. Trust me, especially around the abdominal area. That's like 360, like this. Hormone does that. It softens, brightens, clears, and hydrates your skin. When hormonal imbalance happen, you might start getting dark. Your skin will look pigmented and just disorganized. Hormonal imbalance does that. It helps regulate menstrual cycle. Hormonal imbalance sort of sees and make your period to be inconsistent. It does that. Helps to tighten the vagina, especially for women who had just given birth. Gets rid of unpleasant vaginal odor and discharge. This is just to mention but a few. Okay, so we're going to find out what the other Juliet Eve does, because trust me, it's interesting. Now let's find out what are the benefits of this other Juliet Eve. I'm just going to read quickly here on my iPad, and it says it firms and supples the breast. Does that sound familiar? Rounder butt, slimmer waist, weight loss, stabilizes hormonal levels, tightens the vagina, eliminates vaginal odors and discharge, youthful skin, boosts estrogen level, which is an hormone, and less fatigue, punctual period cycle, increases libido. Look, let me be honest with you guys. It sounds similar, right? I mean, come on. They do almost the same thing. So why? What is the distinct difference between this and this if they do similar things? If it's just the same thing. This comes in a capsule form and this comes in a powder form. Chocolatey and sweet. It is sweet. When it comes to sweet tooth, something sugary and sweet, count me in. Yeah. Just look at it. I'm almost done. Now the dosage of this cup, this scoop, you take 3 of this in the morning on an empty stomach. You might think 3 is a lot. I first thought that. I was like, 3 is a lot. Why do I need to take 3 scoops? Because I know every other supplement that involves powder form that you take with the scoop, you just take 1. And yes, you still take them on an empty stomach, but this one says 3. Why is that? Listen, the reason why the dosage says 3 is because it's like a food replacement. Yes, it's a food replacement. You know how you take the shakes, milkshakes and protein shakes in the morning, like a food replacement. That's what this is like. And again, the other one, which is a capsule, you take it with food after you eat. You don't take it on an empty stomach. So now we're beginning to see some difference. Regardless, they still do the same thing. I would just say with this, there's a slight extra, maybe 2 or 3 more things more than this one. But overall, if you have to ask me, they do the same thing. But then again, the directive says you must combine them together. It's not a must. If you want to stick to this and you're getting your result, by all means stick to this. If you want to stay with only this, by all means, yeah. But the company that made it advised that you combine it. And this is my story. My period just ceased. My monthly flow, it just ceased. I have never, ever in my whole life dealt with my menstrual flow not being consistent. It has always been consistent. Even when I had a hormonal imbalance issue that prompted me to start taking this JULIET, my period was not affected. What I just didn't like was the bloating, because the bloating sort of made me not to be able to breathe properly. I had difficulty in breathing, like my chest was heavy, and for someone like me who is asthmatic, that was a trouble for me. So the bloating I didn't like, and very gaseous too. So with these, it helped me with my bloating, and by so my hormones were balanced and regulated. So but recently, the last time I had my menstrual flow, which came complete, no break, no nothing, it was just complete and flowed properly, was November 2023, November. Then December, when I was expecting it, nothing at all. Not even like it came a little bit, then it just disappeared, like nothing, no sign.
And me, normally my monthly flow, I don't have cramps. Yeah, I'm just one of the lucky ones. I don't get cramps. Probably just notice my boobs are fuller, just a bit sensitive. Several times, people just get like, "Oh, you have a stain," even as old as I am. You have a stain, and like, "Oh, okay, my period." That's it. So when people say, "Oh, period cramps," I cannot relate. I'm sorry, I can't. So no sign whatsoever, nothing, period, nothing. And I knew something was wrong. You cannot begin to imagine how many pregnancy tests I did. Nothing, period, nothing. And I wasn't having it at all. 1 week passed. And this is me being worried every day. So I went to carry out a blood test to see my hormones and what was happening from the pregnancy test, hormonal test, HIV test, hepatitis, every blood test, malaria, typhoid, everything. I did everything. And it turned out to be my hormone was imbalanced. My progesterone was high, my was low, and my estrogen was low. My adaptogene, which is the male testosterone hormone, was kind of high. When your testosterone as a male hormone is, because every female have a little bit of testosterone, and then even males too, they have a bit of estrogen, and then they just have to be balanced. But the estrogen shouldn't be more than testosterone, then they start acting like females. And the females, when they have their testosterone higher than their estrogen, progesterone, that's when they start developing a PCOS. I might have to make a video on PCOS because most people have it and don't even know they have it. The only time they start finding out is when they start having the side effects, the signs of PCOS, which is growth, hair on your chin, on your chest, acne, darkening of the neck, and a whole lot of mess. PCOS which is a polycystic ovarian syndrome or polycystic ovarian disease. It affects lots of women, and I'm sorry to say this, but there's no cure for it. You can control it, keep it at bay, but I don't know. Anyway, so back to this. Now, the directive is that you have to take both together, combine it. And how do you take? What are the dosage? This one in the morning on an empty stomach, 3 scoop, you mix it with water, 200 to 300 ml of water. I like to take loads of water when I take supplement because it helps them work better and disperse into your body very well, rapidly too. So you take this on an empty stomach in the morning, first thing, before breakfast, at least 1 hour before breakfast, please, 1 hour before breakfast, so it will do what it needs to do. After that, after your breakfast, then you take 2 tablets of this. Then after dinner, you take 2 tablets of this. So in other words, this one first before breakfast, this one 2 capsules after breakfast, then 2 capsules after dinner. So overall you're taking 4. Or you can take 1 capsule after breakfast and 1 capsule after dinner. So when I had this problem with my hormones and I did a test and I found out that my testosterone was sort of high, and immediately I ran to JULIET. There's another pills, just medication I was asked to take. I won't mention it here, but if you want to know, ask me in the comment section and I'll share it with you. So I didn't get that immediately. I just immediately rushed to my JULIET. I saw the supplements, so I just brought one and I started on it. Then in my head I was like, this JULIET Eve, I've heard so much about. I've heard how people have given good reviews. Good reviews, and the reviews for me were quite similar with this. And I had to go to the site. I had to go to the website and went online and did extensive research, checking out people's review. And I did ask a few of my friends and customers too that I bought this one because I saw it. And I found out that the benefits are just similar. Let me not say the same, but similar. This one sort of has more, because I've heard a lady tell me that this one gave her bum a very good lift and made it round and perky. Yes, I recall when I had such results from this, that my boob, my bum got perkier and rounder, was when I took 2 capsules at once. If you watch my review, you will hear when I said it. But I didn't want that. I like my bum the way it is. Thank you very much. When so she said this one did that for her, and this made her boobs fuller quickly, much quicker than this one. This one I didn't notice much of my boobs, honestly. Let me be frank. I didn't. I was focused more, but the way my waistline got slimmer and all that. So when the lady said this one helped her with her boobs faster than the other Juliet Eve, and with her bum bum too, and she didn't notice anything on the bum bum with this one, I was like, okay, maybe I should add this or powder form to this one. And then on the side, I then realized that it was actually stated there that you can combine both together for the maximum benefit, to get a good benefit, fast, rapid, quickly, much more benefit. Okay, it wouldn't hurt. So yeah, so I started taking this the way it was given, the directive that was given on this site. 4 days. Yes, I don't know why my own is always 4 days. 4 days into taking both of them together as the way it was directed to take it, my period came out. Yes, my period came out. And I'm glad to tell you guys that day before yesterday, I will even put the dates. I'm going to show you my result. Day before yesterday, I went to do another hormonal test, and now my hormones are balanced. They are well balanced. And I noticed something. Yesterday I went for some exercise, and if you see how I was sweating profusely, even today I was sweating, not like in a bad way, but you know, like you walk out and some kind of like lazy bones in you wake up, and yes. So basically, I'm going to, if you want the maximum benefits, combine it together. Please do so. You can decide to take this on its own, and for me, the cons for me on this one is that you're telling us to take 3 scoops at once. Now look at this thing. This it will not last you 1 month. Forget the fact that it's sweet. We're not capitalizing on that. We're capitalizing on the content. The content. How it will not last you. The least it will last, let me be honest with you, is 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. But you will get your results. You will get your results. So I wish the measurements, the directive for taking it was not 3 scoops, so that this can last a bit longer. Come on, things are expensive these days. Things are expensive, and the dollar is not smiling. You understand? So buying supplement every time is a certain amount. But if you have to look at it, my dear, health first. What's the point having all the money or saving money for something and your health is whack? You know. So I would advise you guys, combine this both together. But if you feel that this is just the one you want to take, or you just want to take this one, by all means do so. You will still get your benefit, but it won't be as fast, or it won't be as rapid. But who knows? Everybody's metabolisms are different. Maybe this one alone might do the job for you. You get, this one alone might do the job for you again. Maybe both of them will do the job for you. But if you try this one alone, you don't get your result as soon or whatever. Combine it. Or if you're taking this one alone and you're not getting a result, combine it. They said to combine it. I did. I've taken this alone and I combine it. My period weight loss, I find it. I found my period. I found it where it was eating. I found it and I dragged it back and it came back. So guys, yes, that's what I can say about Juliet Eve MIRIFICA boost up. And I think that is why, because it's quite like clearly emphasized there, it's a boost up. So more like it boosts the benefits. The benefits of this one are in this, but it's boosted. So let's say for instance, some of the ingredients here, let me just say, one says the last one, which is Rhizoma MIRIFICA, the same MIRIFICA that is here. So that, and it's 60 milligram on this one. Let's see how many milligram is on this one. Okay, it's not stated yet, and that's another con for me. Everything written on the body is it Malaysian language? Is it Tagalog, Philippines? I think it's made in Malaysia. Yes, it's made in Malaysia. So the English there, the language written there is all in Malaysian language. Nothing is written in English except for the name that is stated on the body. So basically, if I must say this one, it does, I think the percentage of everything that is inside this one is actually boosted. I think somehow because they see the reviews on this and the demands on this and the results and review from people, worldwide, and they're like, okay, business is good, let's do something good, you know. It's not just about the business aspect of it, it's people's actually getting their results, seeing their results. Because for me, if these two brought back my period, man, I'm a believer for life. Yeah, it did. So guys, this is where I leave it for you, and if you've taken this and how it worked for you, what the results were, please feel free to leave a comment for me. Tell me what your experience is like. Let's share. Okay, if you're combining both and yeah, you're still reaping the benefits, oh, by all means, please share with us. Sweet. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you all for tuning back, and happy new year to you. See you in my next video. Bye.